Hello everybody, it's Emily from Emily Loves London, and today I am doing a review of TimeRiders by Scarrow. This has been on my shelf for just about ages, and it's been on my shelf for ages. Not to mention I've been reading it for a while, and I've kind of dipped in and out of it, like over a few months, but I finally finished it, so I'm getting to do the review today. And TimeRiders is in the genre of sort of sci-fi. I think middle grade more than YA personally, but some people might see it as more YA than middle grade, and it's slight historical fiction as well. But I really enjoyed it, and I'd probably give this about a 4 out of 5 stars. And so the synopsis for this is it's about 3 teenagers / kids, and they're called Liam, Maddie and Sal, and they're from different times in history, and they also live with this older man, Foster, who, and encompassing all that, they save the world through time travel. I know, it doesn't sound amazing, but will their first mission be a success? Can they reverse history with their mechanical robot, Bob? Yeah, I know. Bob. Such a great name. It's the perfect name. I really liked this story. It was fresh, it was interesting concept, a great start to a series, and apparently I think there's up to 9 books in this series. I've got a way to go. It also dealt with huge issues from like nuclear war to the Second World War in such a great way that a lot of teenagers and younger middle grade audience can understand, which is really good, which I think is great. Although there was a few flaws I picked up in that I didn't quite like. For example, for me it was a bit too long. It was about 400, it is, because I can tell you, yeah, it's 425 pages long, and for me that's quite long, and there was bits in the middle where I was reading and I thought, this bit doesn't really need to be in here, like this could have easily been chopped. But I suppose he was trying to balance sort of building up the world, and that's very difficult in when you're trying to develop a big series. So I'll let him off for that. But also I didn't really like Foster as a character. I thought he didn't develop enough, and he was kind of just there and then not there, and I just wanted more from that character, if you know what I mean. Sorry about the weird, I think that was an ice cream shop. I don't know what, you never know, it's London. In terms of the characters, I loved Liam as a character. He was funny, he was sweet, very lovable, and a very good addition to the team. Bob, who is the robot in TimeRiders, he is a fantastic character. Absolutely loved him. He was so interesting, so funny, and a really courageous character. I loved him as a character, and he looks human, so you just really, only you really know that he's a robot. Yeah, and I also really liked Maddie because she was sort of the mum of the group, but also very lovable, and that's why I liked her a lot. In terms of characters I hated, I really didn't like Foster, as you already know. He just there wasn't enough personality about him, so I couldn't really like attach to him as a character, if you know what I mean. He was just kind of old and knowledgeable, and that was his contribution to the story. With Sal, she's the other in the team, and I felt she was a bit underdeveloped, but what I'm thinking is that she'll develop over time because she's the youngest of the 3 characters in the team, so she's obviously got a lot more developing to do in the series, and that's why she wasn't so fully formed as a character in the first book. And yeah, so my favourite quote from the book is, as usual, at the end of the book on page 403, and this is sort of towards the end where they're just about to reverse the universe back to ordinary universe. Kramer took a step towards him. But why? He shook his head angrily. Why? The world we've come from, it's dying. We killed it with our pollution. We overpopulated it, sucked it dry of our resources, wiped out almost every other species. I just thought that was a very poignant sort of quote, because it was at a point where they were trying to reverse history, and just kind of, it really examines the way we look at where we're going in terms of humanity. I really like that. I like that quote. That was really cool. So yeah, I'd give this a 4 out of 5 stars. You should go pick it up. And I'm going to be reading the next one in the series as soon as I get my hands on it. So that'll be really good. And hopefully it will continue to be a very time-travelling, cool mystery series. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, you can click the subscribe button to see more of me. And I hope you had a fantastic day, guys. And I will see you again soon for another video. Bye!